What is good, Vibe Gang? It is your boy Ray here with another one. Shout out to everybody that showed love to the last video that I put up, the whole Diddy situation. Now we have another accuser. This was sent to me by Adrian 1996. Shout out to you, Adrian 1996, for throwing this video at me. This is another accuser, Adria, what's her last name? English. Also talking about the whole Diddy situation, and she's an accuser of his. And what really intrigued me about this title is his mom caught on tape. His mom's caught on tape doing what? And she's exposing A-list celebrity. See, it's a lot in it. It's a 40-minute video. We're gonna go as far as we can go with this before I start repeating myself over and over again, and then we'll just cut it. But like, comment, subscribe, do all that. Federico, cut the beat. You could leave. Adria, it is on you.
Someone said that when they did the raid, I'm on them tapes, and there's multiple A-list celebrities running a on me, including certain people.
That sounded like I was going to go to 8 Mile Road. Hold on. I got scared for a second. Hold on.
Celebrities running a on me, including certain people that are presidential.
Now peeps, I sat down today for a super exclusive interview with one of Diddy's accusers, ADRIA'S. She's been in the media a lot lately with serious allegations against Sean Diddy Combs, accusing him of despicable and horrendous acts. The disgraced mogul is currently in custody, housed at Brooklyn MDC, one of the most notorious prisons in the US that was also the home of Epstein, where he was mysteriously taken out. Now this is an interview that you don't want.
That's a whole nother story right there. I just saw the not just. I saw the documentary they had of Epstein's Island and everything, and wowzers. If you guys want me to get in on that and just dive into it, just so we can just talk about the thing, because I like to do that type of shit. I like to get in here and talk about certain events like the Epstein whole situation with that, Diddy's thing, all this shit. I would love to. So let me know if you guys want me to do that.
To miss. She revealed the dark secrets of working for Diddy, the feds telling her she was found on tapes with famous politicians, Diddy having threesomes with his mom, and more. Be prepared to be floored, and make sure
with Mama Dukes? How does that even work? Oh God, I'm sorry. For some reason, I put my mom in there. Hey, it didn't look good. It didn't. Hold on, man. Why you put that in my head for, bro? I'm very susceptible. Get it out of my head. Oh, that's why I hate my brain sometimes, man. You throw something like that at me, I get weird. Hold on. Mama, no. Mama, that doesn't go in there. Hold on, I'm just joking.
With his mom and more. Be prepared to be floored, and make sure you watch this whole entire video.
See, now that was my weed pen. See, now I'm gonna have to watch. He told me to do it. I gotta watch the whole thing now. Guys, it's gonna be a long one, bro. Like it wasn't already gonna be a long one. Come on, let's keep it 100.
How did you initially come in contact with Diddy?
I thought I was smack white for a minute. Who you? That man looks made up. Hold on.
How did you initially come in contact with Diddy?
Okay, it's a cute story. I'm from California. Prior, I had never been on the East Coast in my entire life. I had never been to Florida. I had never been to New York, nowhere on the East Coast. And a guy I was dating, Anthony Gallo, he's from Cali. We were both from Cali. He got an opportunity. He got scouted by a guy in LA who was a reputable agent, scouting agent, it was initially Wilhelmina models. And so they gave him the opportunity to come to New York for an audition. When he went out there, he ended up getting a lot of callbacks, but he was back in LA. And they said, well, you know, you're getting all these callbacks, but if you're gonna...
I ain't gonna lie. I'm a real man. I'm dead ass. I'm a real man. 100%. That guy looks like a piece of cheesecake. I ain't gonna lie to you. He could get a lot of gigs. Look at that face, man. That was Hercules in his teens, bro.
But he was back in LA, and they said, well, you know, you're getting all these callbacks, but if you're gonna model for real, we need you out here. So he had never been on the East Coast either. So he was like, and at this time, my family had found out that I had did adult movies. Now, mind you, I had an ex-boyfriend, Jake Steed. He was my boyfriend at first, and he manipulated me into the adult film industry. I only did 8 movies in a 6-month period of my life in the year 1999, but those 8 movies in 6 months follow me to this day. And I signed a residual contract, and Jake Steed been collecting all the money. He done put me on Pornhub. I'm everywhere. And they said he hiding out in South America. He been collecting my money the last 20-some years. I'm the one that gave Ray J and Kim Kardashian the connect. If you look at the production team, you can see we have the...
What? Fuck you mean? Hold on. I need to start looking at social media more. Hold on. Ray J and Kim Kardashian, it wasn't Ray J with a camera? Like doing the damn thing? Like just straight up raw dogging? Just like straight natural type shit? That wasn't natural? That was all set up? So that means that wasn't really his dick then. That was really Kim Kardashian. That was Kim though. That was Kim. He had a sex double? I'm dead ass, bro. This is news to me. I thought that was just Ray J with the camera phone. Doing his thing. Or with the camcorder or whatever. Because you know Ray J always with the camcorder. He's everywhere with that shit. I didn't even know that.
Ray J and Kim Kardashian to connect. If you look at the production team, you can see we have the same production team. You see mine was filmed first. Me, Ray J, Brandy, we all grew up in the same church, the Church of Christ. Brother Norwood, their father is my vocal coach. So y'all
can't be showing family photos. Oh my God. You can't be showing family photos after talking about threesomes and shit with Kim Kardashian. You could tell even in that age right there. Look at how young Brandy is. Look at Ray J. You see how young? You could tell he's one of them niggas. Like he's not all up there.
We already knew each other, but they got famous with theirs because Kim Kardashian had a little bigger of a name because of her dad. Right. So when Anthony got scouted, we ended up my family had found some member of our church, my household.
I love how the way she just threw in that Kim Kardashian is famous because of her dad. Yeah, Kim Kardashian had nothing to do with the fame. She was like the popular kid. That's all she really was. I mean, but don't get it wrong. Like if you look into Kim Kardashian, she's done a lot with her fame, like a lot of positives. So you can't really. Yeah, I get it, but because of her dad. Oh my God.
My church from 9 years old had found out I did adult movies. They brought it to the minister, who brought it to my parents. And when I came home from work, I was working as a telemetry technician in the critical care unit at Hoag Hospital in Newport Beach. And when I came home from my shift, my parents had it on the big screen. Me with a it in my mouth.
No.
My man animated this shit, bro. Oh my God. Did you see her? No. Like you didn't see it already. You didn't check the name before the interview, my guy. You didn't decide to go inside Pornhub and put Adria. What's her last name? English. And you didn't. Of course they gonna see it with the mouth, dog. Of course they gonna see it. Because if you go to Pornhub and you put her name in, guess what's gonna pop up? That man look like Smack White. It look like URL right there.
Big screen. Me with a it in my mouth.
No. Your parents had that on there?
The valedictorian, literally. the sheltered one from the suburbs who had never even had sex before in their knowledge. You know,
Oh my God, that's horrible, bro.
the innocent one, their love child on the big screen with it. So when I shame my family like that,
What was that like walking into there and seeing that on the screen?
it was the worst day of my life. I still feel the memory, and it haunts me the same way Diddy haunts me to this day. I can still remember the way I felt, how my parents
You
looked.
can't just do a still shot of Diddy like that. That should give me a heart attack for a minute. I'm about to go check my water right now to make sure there's no pink cocaine in it. Don't pop up his face like that. That was too quick. That's crazy. Imagine that you're doing some shit. You know, you're not. You were tricked. It happens to a lot of girls. They're tricked into going in that type of work. They're sold different ideas and they're manipulated to believe something when it's not. And at the end of the day, you're doing porn. That's what you're doing, and there's no going around that. But doing something just because you did something in your past doesn't mean that that's you. That doesn't define you as a person. It's what you do after it. But having that moment that something that you're so embarrassed about that you don't want to show, you want to make sure that your parents are protected from that life of yours, and to walk in to see that your parents are watching you. Oh my God! First of all, what are you doing watching porn? Second of all, I would have had a mini heart attack. I would have died. It would have been a wrap right there. I wouldn't have been able to take that internally, seeing my parents. No, bro, like that shit. My dad probably be like, but that's just because he's a nigga. Like he's crazy. But it will shatter my mom's heart. It would shatter my mom's heart. I'll be like, all right then, guys. And I'm done. I don't want to be there no more. I want to disappear. Because to survive just that alone, to survive it, and still be out here trying to do whatever that you try to do and try to keep on living your life and all that, and still the past does haunt. It's just about knowing how to deal with that shit. It's tough, but
the innocent one, their love child on the big screen with it. So when I shame my family like that,
what was that like walking into there and seeing that on the screen?
it was the worst day of my life. I still feel the memory, and it haunts me the same way Diddy haunts me to this day. I can still remember the way I felt, how my parents looked at me, you know, and then so when Anthony got the opportunity to move to New York, I was like, man, hell yeah, because I did the movies in '99, but they didn't find out until 2004. And that was the same time Anthony got asked to move to New York. So I said, man, I'm going with you. And then when we got out there, Anthony was going to go see whatever. He ended up getting an audition with Ford models, and then Ford signed him. That was Cassie Ventura's same agency. And so we were from Cali, and we had an apartment in the middle of Manhattan. So all the models in between their go-sees and their auditions would come hang out at our apartment. And we had the weed, and that's when weed was hella illegal. So we was from Cali, we had the weed. Anthony looked good. I was working at Larry Flint's Hustler Club, so I was already the hottest stripper because Manhattan is only 11 miles, about 13 miles. I'm from Cali, the West Coast. All the East Coast people grew up together. They don't know me and Anthony like that, so they're intrigued. I look good, he look good. It's 20 years earlier. I'm 46 right now. I'll be 47 in January. So imagine me in my 20s, you know what I'm saying? Body was extra banging, and even now, everything's real. But
relax. Like that's like relax. Like I got a wife, and you over here with your shenanigans. Relax, man. Take it easy. Take it easy. All right, you look good. You look good. I'm gonna lie, but just be that. Just look good. You don't have to talk about it. It makes you not look good no more. That throws me the fuck off, girl. And then people are like, oh, a woman with confidence. No, it's good to have confidence. You got to talk about it though. You could show you have confidence, but no, a word does not have to come out your mouth to do that. It's very easy. Just you don't have to talk about it. It just sounds cringe coming out of anybody's mouth, woman or man. It looks corny as shit. That's why I'm not bothered with good looks. I don't need that shit. Don't worry about it, man. My human speaks for itself, you fuck.
me in my 20s, you know what I'm saying? Body was extra banging, and even now, everything's real, butt real, lips real, nose real. I've never had a million behind me, so just imagine that.
So tell us a little bit more about how you guys actually got into doing these Diddy parties and
Here we
him
go.
propositioning your dude.
Here we go.
Anthony is signing for models. Cassie is coming over to our apartment, hanging out. We're all friends. We actually started.
Oh, you was hanging out with Cassie?
Yeah, she would come over our apartment too, because her and Anthony were both signed to Ford models. We were convenient right there in the middle of the city. So in between your auditions, your casting, you would come smoke weed and hang out at the bomb couple from the West Coast. You know what I'm saying? We had the doorman building. We was popping, and so so we all had our own private stories of because you know, East Coast music was a soundtrack to our lives, you know, from the West Coast. Like, we was fans of everybody. Mary J. Blige, Biggie, 112, Craig Mack, Mace, you know, Black Rob, you know, Young
Like
Money,
Like
Dirty
Whoa.
Money, Diddy, you know, everybody, you know. Lil Kim, shout out to Lil Kim. I got to meet her with T-Pain. She was very nice to me. So when we got there, we all had our own, like, when me and Anthony got there, we had our own vision of what we would do if we ever met these certain people, Jay-Z, Diddy, and all that. And then Cassie did too. Her and Anthony were inspiring models. And Cassie wanted to sing and stuff. Anthony, he just more wanted to model, smoke weed, look good, get his dick sucked type shit. Cassie, she wanted to model, but she wanted to sing. She wanted to be an entertainer. And so we all had dreams to meet Diddy. So then, fast forward, Anthony ends up getting called to audition for Diddy for the Sean John campaign. So he never invites me along to his auditions or his go-sees, but this particular day he invited me because he knew I was a fan. Like, he knew I was going to be mad he went to the damn thing and you didn't take me, you know what I mean? Because I you know, wanted to meet people and stuff. I was already a dancer. I was already moving and shaking. I already had a gang of athletes and whatever, but the music industry, because I rap and sing, that's where I wanted to get into. So, long story short, we sitting in the waiting room, and one of his homeboys that frequents our apartment comes out of the thing, and he's looking mellow mad, like, shh. And so, low-key, me and Anthony laughing. We was like, he must not have booked it. Like, he's salty. Like, we laughing to each other, like, you know. And then they called him. And then when they called him, I'm like, yeah, you got this, my nigga. Like, you know, I'm dapping on you. Got it. And then that's when two-way pages was out. So when they called, I flipped my two-way up. So I'm on my two-way lining up some money for later on. All of a sudden, I just hear, man, fuck that. And the door that flew up, and it was, I'm like, what? And like, Anthony is a very good-looking guy. His mother is, you know, African-American black lady, and his father is an Italian man. And actually, the wine, Gallo wine, that's his family. And allegedly, his dad got like basically shunned from his family for choosing up on a black woman. And he went on to have a few kids, and all of them are boys, and they're all very good-looking guys. But his dad chose to be poor to follow his heart and be with a black woman. And so allegedly, his dad still to this day rides a bike in Northern California. He's from Northern California. He had moved down to LA. And so even though he was a good-looking guy mixed with black and Italian, he wasn't no punk. Like, it wasn't no gay in him. It wasn't no, you know, bitch in him. Like, he was like a thug, but he a pretty boy. So, like, I guess they underestimated him, thinking that because he was so good-looking that he go that way. So he was more than offended. He was on some gangster shit. Like, he got me fucked up. So when we were in the elevator, I was like, man, what happened? He was like, man, you know, he gave me that look like, man, shut the f-. And I was like, all right, because it was people in the elevator. So I was like, all right. So when we got, you know, out the elevator, I'm like, what's up? I'm like, why you tripping? He was like, man, nigga asked me to suck his dick.
Excuse me? Excuse me? Oh, no, you can't do that. You got. I would have rocked them. I would have rocked them right there. It would have been chitty chitty bang bang. I would have Selena his ass. No, sir. No, sir. See? That's the crazy part about this shit. That's the whole crazy part about it. That it was in plain sight. Look what they said. They went to an office building. This was a professional setting. And you're going in there as a professional model trying to get a role to go and model in the Sean John situation thing, whatever. And then to have that to even come up in the conversation in a professional setting is crazy. It's crazy. The problem about it is, why is it that no one said anything? That no one spoke out louder? Press charges. That's what I mean by speaking out. Pressing charges. Do something. Like, I don't know, but Jesus Christ. Like, why don't you make it a big deal to the point where you're going to expose them? There's many ways of doing it. How about if he would have told you and propositioned you to do that, you would have punched him in the fucking mouth. So like that, when you get arrested, you can make loud noise about it. That would get people to look a little bit. Because that's what I would have done. I would have knocked them out, even if I would have gotten fucked up. Cool. Call the cops. I want you to. I want you to call the cops. Please call the cops, because I hit you. Go, please. I'll do the time. I don't care. Oh, we exposing the fuck out you, bro. Mm-hmm. Immediately. Oh, my goodness.
Like, what's up? I'm like, why you tripping? He was like, man, nigga asked me to suck his dick. I said, who asked you to suck his dick? He said, Puffy. We was calling Puffy back then. Puff. And I said, no, he didn't. And it broke my heart, broke an arm. And I was like, nah. And he was like, he asked me to suck his dick. I was like, oh. I was like, well, then I see why, you know what I mean? For sure. Like, it's a wrap. That. He's like, I don't need that job that fucking bad.
Right.
So I was like, for sure. You know what I mean? We got in the cab. We went back to our apartment. His homeboy ended up coming through. We smoked blunts. We laughed at it. We was like, that, you know what I mean? But then, because I was a dancer, I'm also in the regular go-go club scene. And I ran into Tamiko Thomas, who ended up being, I call her a handler, one of Diddy's handlers, wranglers. And she approached me with opportunity to help me and Anthony out. If I would dance at Diddy's white parties, Anthony can go ahead and book the campaign. I agreed to dance at the white parties. Anthony booked the Sean John campaign.
You see the manipulative, it's crazy. It's crazy how much information he has already for these two people to send somebody to her to reel him in to do the campaign. Because at the end of the day, Diddy still wants him to do the campaign. Whether the guy decided to do it or not, he still wants him to do the campaign because the guy's a good-looking dude. That's who I want modeling my clothes. That's going to promote it better. That's going to make people want to buy it more. That's how the business works. But in order to go get him, he got this girl to rile up and say, yo, I'm going to pay you to dance in my white parties, in the sense of I'll give him the contract to go ahead and do it, and all you got to do is just dance a couple of my white. That's nuts, bro. That is sickening. Sickening.
I agreed to dance at the white parties. Anthony booked the Sean John campaign. He was everywhere. He was on billboards, buses, bus stops, cabs, in the magazine, all at the same damn time. He was everywhere. Wow. But right now, if you go and try to Google any one picture of that Sean John campaign, Diddy done scrubbed it all. You can't even hardly find a picture.
Now, did Diddy remember him whenever he eventually got that gig? Was he like, oh yeah, I remember you?
Yeah, because when he booked it, they had like a lounge party where it was like a celebration, like, hey, the new campaign, let's all.
If you don't think Diddy's assistant, the wrangler, didn't wrangle you up because he was the one that sent her because he still wanted him to do the campaign, you're nuts. That's exactly what he did. He knew that you and him were connected in a way because you came with him into the meeting, so he already saw you. He knew who you were. So he got his homegirl, be like, yo, check what she is. Boom. Oh, she's a stripper? Okay, cool. Tell her that there's a contract. I'll give her a contract to come and dance to one of my parties. And this is the contract. I'll give him, his contract. He'll be everywhere. And, and I'll cut you a check and shit like that. If you're going to come at it in a professional way now because you were already told no once. So now you want to make it right and try to do it the professional way and go another avenue. When one door closes, another one fucking opens. If you don't think he did that shit in order to get him on there, to see if he can manipulate your man or you or whoever to do. Look, dude, it sounds to me that Diddy, every time I hear more and more information, it's just like he was a bigger problem than what I thought it was when this whole thing started. He's a bigger fucking problem because the manipulation and it's crazy. It is nuts. Holy
and it was a very small lounge, like only the models was there, the creative director, the photographer, Diddy, a couple other people, and that's it. And so he went over it. So it was kind of like, thank you for letting your girl work my parties. You know what I mean? You came out great, my nigga. He didn't say my nigga. He said, you came my, what did he say? You came out great, my guy. You're killing it, baby. You killing it. You know what I mean? So he basically tried to go over the fact that he had asked him to suck his, because he tried him and he didn't fall for it. So he felt stupid. He didn't know he was that thug,
So what was your reaction to that? I know, both of you guys were upset, but were you thinking like, damn, ain't no Diddy was like this? Were you guys shocked when that happened?
Because I had been an ex, porn star, and I was currently an exotic dancer. For me, it was regular scheduled programming. Like, it's just what rich people with money do. Like, he tried it. He wanted to see, you know what I mean? To me, it was more funny, but Anthony took more offense. Like, no, he got me fucked up. So I had let it go. I was over it. But when they asked me to work the parties, I was like, hell yeah, I would have did that shit damn near for free. You know what I mean? Just for the networking. I was a groupie at that point. And I didn't realize how pretty I was. I didn't realize they looked at me like that. And I extra didn't know that Diddy had gotten word of my former career in the adult entertainment industry that I was manipulated into by an ex-boyfriend that I only did for 6 months out of my life, that I wasn't trying, I didn't have aspirations to be a P-star, none of that. I got manipulated into it so somebody could basically get my residuals and be basically caking off of me the last 20 plus years. I was very sheltered, naive. My parents were from LA, and so they raised me in the suburbs because they didn't want me to experience anything they saw growing up in the hood. And so when I went to Long Beach State and they put me in the co-ed dorms, to the left were the athletes and to the right were the girls who were stripping to get through school, because they were all from LA, Compton, and Long Beach. I'm from Chino, California, a little nerdy girl with valedictorian. So when they were stripping to get through college, I kicked it with them. And that's how I ended up with Jake Steed. And he saw the innocence and naiveness in me. He got me to do their movies. And then when Diddy found out about it, they used that against me. And then he viewed me as somebody that was sexually exploited, worthy. And yeah. And he played on my heart. It's called coercion of the heart. When I told him that I rap and I sang, and he said I was dope. And he said he was going to bring me and I had a girl group out. Like, I'm the Beyonce of my group. They even told you that I was the dopest one. And it's called coercion of the heart. And he played on the fact that he knew I liked to rap, sing, and perform. And that's why he would bring me back year after year saying, you're getting closer, like initiation, you're getting closer. But it never happened. But he kept making me, sexually perform while he was wheeling and dealing and, getting jewelry from Jacob the jeweler, cutting a deal with this person, recording me and him over there so he can extort that person out of woo-woo. We all didn't know, but he had a plan the whole time. And that's why he made people sign NDAs that said, you can't talk about what we went through until 20 years after I died. But I never signed that. Aubrey O'Day and All Danity Kane and them, they got hit with that. I was already out the game. I was done from 2004 to 2009. By the time he was running around with them, I was already, on the way out.
So if I understand correctly, so basically he had you setting up people, man. Some of his high profile people, he had you go over there so he can get video of certain...
No, he wouldn't say go over there so I can get video. He would hire me to work as a go-go dancer. They had 3 stages, positioned throughout his mansion. It was where he lived. It was his residence. It wasn't a club. It wasn't a lounge. And so it just makeshift stages, 3 stages set up in his house, like for us to be checkpoints. Like my stage was over by the bar. Tamiko's stage was over by the food. Old girl's checkpoint was over there by the rooms if you wanted to go do something. So it's like, I think he kind of told the guests, hey, if you want to drink, look for, just look for a stage and you're going to find something you need. You know what I mean? So we were elevated above the crowd. And so, but that we were instructed to only drink from certain liquor bottles. It's the girls champagne. It's the guys champagne. Girls don't drink the guys
Oh
champagne.
my
Girls don't
God.
drink the guys.
He got punked. He looks very comfortable in there. This is crazy. And oh my God, it's just nuts how people get tricked just off the fandom. Like Diddy was a name before all this was known from this guy. He was a name that everybody saw as a household name. The Bad Boys, come on, everybody in that time frame was like, go Diddy, go. Like, we with you. Yeah, go do it. He's making moves, entrepreneur, all this other stuff. That's how they portrayed it. But all this stuff happening in the background, bro, it's just like, it's scary. That's a scary scene to be in. Very scary scene to be in. And to sign NDA saying you can't talk about nothing that happened here until 20 years after I'm dead is nuts. It is nuts.
Champagne is the guys champagne. Girls don't drink the guys champagne. Girls don't drink the boys champagne. And all the champagne was laced with ketamine, like horse tranquilizer, ecstasy. That's not allegedly. We were all doped up. And to this day, I believe we all, and I know I do, have a chemical imbalance. Like whenever I drink anything, it could be one glass of wine, all of a sudden I'm a stripper, I'm a P-star. Like on my mind, I just black out and I'm that. I'm She Diddy.
Oh wow.
You know, Orlando Brown running around like I'm Puff. He not really acting like it to everybody else. Everybody looking like he want attention, like he wilding, like. But it's something about when he drugged you that he stood over you, like infusing himself into you while you laid there unconscious, and it's like it became a part of you. Because after a certain amount, they started calling me She Diddy. They're like, man, she act like Diddy. She just like Diddy. And hence, I've been She Diddy for the last 20 years. So I feel Orlando when he be like, man, I'm Puff. It's nice to meet you, I'm Puff. Because when we get faded, like, it's like he come out in us, like, and that's forever. That's why it's haunting us to this day.
How do you think he was able to, but besides all the things.
And a lot of that has to do, yes, chemical imbalance, but there's medication, there's things that people could do to get you back balanced back again. Like I had a chemical imbalance when I got sober. I had a chemical imbalance that when I stopped the hard shit, even if I drank a beer, like I was like really fucked. I was more drunk than I was supposed to be, and it hit me hard. But there's medication to get your chemical imbalance back in order, back where you need to be at. There's people you can talk to. And that's the main thing is mental health. There's a lot of these people, these accusers that have been through a lot of stuff because of Diddy's hands. And talking about it absolutely is a good thing because you're letting it out. You're not holding that stuff in no more. But there's regimens and there's things that these counselors help you with that is just talking about it is not going to just do it. There's a lot of other things that go along with that. And that's why it's important to seek out that mental health. Like Orlando Brown, sometimes I think he's trolling and he's just playing a character, but sometimes I'm just like, there's something obviously wrong with him. And if he's not trying to get that mental health, it's just going to get worse and it's going to spiral. And if everyone sees these person, it's sad really to see these people act out, and it's because there's something wrong with them because of what they witnessed and what happened to them. And then we just laugh at it like it's funny and it's entertainment and ha, that's cool. And we're eating off of other people's pain. Like Orlando Brown's in pain right now. She sounds like she's got her stuff right. Like she got it. She got the help that she needed and to be able to move on from it and actually talk about it without breaking down or anything like that. And Allie, I heard in the comments that she's on the run, like that she's literally in a car every time she's recording because she's always moving around because of what happened with Diddy and everything. So it's just things like that. Like we got to make sure we okay 100% first. We got to make sure that that's okay. Like he still has power. There's news that his jail cellmate is something about in cahoots with Diddy and they found some tape or some shit like that. I haven't looked into it because I just saw it right now. But it's just like, that's like, there's so much evidence out there, and the media keeps on putting most of it out. The accusers are talking about it. Everybody that had that happen to them, most of them are talking about it. And my worry is that the case is there's too much information out that it's going to damage something in the case. Like, seriously. It's happened in the past before, where people are like, oh, this is a landslide because of all the evidence we have. And they found him innocent of all charges. And it was because an error. Putting the glove on was the bad move. Should have not done that. So it may be me just being very, like, really wanting this man to pay the price for the things that he's done. But I just don't want this to mess it up. I don't want talking about it and all this other stuff to mess that up to that point. Like, I talk about it because ain't nobody watching me. Ain't nobody watching me, and that's gonna matter. Not that you guys don't matter. I'm not saying that you guys don't matter. It's just, it's not going to change the view of what Diddy's doing. It's not going to change nothing in the case. It's not going to do anything. It's just me talking about it. But there's people that have a lot more people looking at them, listening to every single word they're saying, and I just don't want the defendant to find a loophole or find something small that could make this shit just turn on its fucking head and just completely kamikaze that shit. It's scary. It's scary. It's scary. I'm just worried about it. I don't want this man to get off on anything. On anything, which I heard he got off of one charge, I think. Or was that just a rumor? I don't know if that was a rumor or that was a fact, but I heard something of that he got acquitted of one of the charges. I don't know which one it was or if it's even true. But people like Bieber, you saw the spiral. You saw Bieber spiral. Orlando Brown right now is spiraling. Ali, all these people that have been affected by this man, these kids, and it's just amazing that at one point we were looking at him like he was doing something for us, for the culture, for we like, at one point we idolized. I didn't idolize him at all. I was just like, all right, that's Diddy. I didn't necessarily knew what he did too much. I didn't find out that he owned Bad Boys until a couple of years, like 2-3 years after Biggie died. That's why I was like, oh shit, he owned Bad Boys? I thought that nigga was just a dancer. I thought he was just in the background doing this shit. I didn't know he was doing, oh, okay. And that's it. That's all I felt about him. I didn't really feel much about him. But there was a lot of people that did see Diddy like, oh my God, this is, and to see all this unfold. That's why I say, man, I tell my kids all the time, you think you got away with it, but you didn't get away with it. He deserves to get every hit possible, so he could feel every bit of pain that he made these people feel.
How do you think he was able to, but besides all the things you guys were laced with, you think he put maybe his DNA or something kind of strange into that concoction?
Yeah, the reason why he liked to take, we have a chakra in our anus, guys and girls, and your chakra is a pathway to your soul. So because he's working for Lucifer, his goal is to take souls to hell. So that's why straight men, he wanted to turn them gay. Even if a gay man was gay, he wanted to make him be a pedophile and be with a minor. His thing was to take the soul. So that's why after a certain amount of time, he would make an announcement like, you better go on home because, the party really about to crack now. And and all of a sudden everybody's demon would come out, and that's on God. Like, have you ever gotten like so faded or drunk where your body is doing stuff, but in the morning you have no like literally no recollection? Like, if it ain't from your homeboy showing you it, like, man, I recorded you, nigga. If it wasn't for him showing you, you would swear up and down you didn't do that shit. But then when he show you the video, you like, what the? I jumped in the pool. I don't even know how to swim, my nigga. What? Like, I don't even remember that bitch. Like, what? It was like that.
That's that blackout drinking.
Right,
Where you don't
but he
remember
had
anything.
imagine everybody blacked out though. It doesn't matter if you a celebrity or, that's why J-Lo left the country. He had her sticking bottles and stuff up in my homegirl, and she was only 11 years old.
Like, hold on. That was a lot. That was a lot of information. That is...
Imagine everybody blacked out though. It doesn't matter if you a celebrity or, that's why J-Lo left the country. He had her sticking bottles and stuff up in my homegirl, and she was only 11 years old. She the girl that they put on the private jet. They her with the jelly beans. They put on the private jet. They took her to the studio in New York, and then had the nerve to dress her up in a D&G sweater, do her hair, put makeup on her, and take a picture like a trophy. She only 11 years old in that picture, and that's not allegedly. And then the same girl,
J-Lo was messing around with.
man, there's so many. I drop names on the neck, man. On the, we talking about Diddy right now, but it's, yeah. And then that's the same girl that in the magazine is laying on the table butt naked with fruit and food and stuff off of her, and we all eating off of her. I sucked the strawberry off her. She 14 years old laying on that table. She had a body like a grown woman. You don't think anybody's looking at that thinking that's a kid laying there. You're assuming it's a grown woman. So he made everybody be with a minor, you know, against your will, and he recording the shit. Same girl needed to do a number 2 on stage. She performing. She told him, I need to go off stage. I need you to bathroom. He told her no. She ended up shit on stage. It was a went everywhere. And Denzel Washington grabbed up his wife, mobbed up to Diddy, and was like, man, you don't respect nobody. Had to run up out there. that's the incident they're talking about with Denzel Washington. Had to run up out of there.
So that's why Denzel and his wife left that party, because of that
And
instance.
she
Right?
shit on stage, and she was only 14 years. He didn't know she was 14. It was just the fact that she shit on stage and in front of everybody. And then Diddy took her to a room and beat her ass because she shit on stage. Then he would only give her water baths and not let her wash with soap. I'm gonna say allegedly because she's still Jane Doe right now. I'm gonna say allegedly. You know what I mean? It's allegedly. But she wants a DNA on 2 of his kids because they took 2 babies out of her. They kept her locked up and they had her babies at the house. The 2 babies they took out of her stomach. That's not allegedly.
Damn.
And allegedly, I'm gonna say allegedly, she had a 3 with Diddy and his own mama / auntie, and she had a 3 with Nelly and Diddy. That's not alleged.
No.
Allegedly. Sorry, Ashanti. I love you, Ashanti. I love.
Can't be throwing Nelly in the butt like that. Oh my God. See, I don't know. That's a lot. That's a lot of information. But if it is true, fuck all of them except Denzel. Denzel left. Denzel said, "Fuck all that, bro. You wildin'." And he, unless Denzel, man, I don't know who to trust no more, bro. I don't know who's good or who's not. Who's in the right side of this and who's in the wrong side of this. I don't know. I really don't know. It's hard because there's a lot of names, but they did say on the thing. There are a lot of celebrity names on this stuff. I don't know what list to believe. If any one of you guys know what, if there is an actual, like a confirmed, legitimate, this is the list, please let me know where to find that. Please let me know where to find that, because at this point, it's media. So it people can say whatever they want. Where's the proof behind any of this? The proof. I guess she is the proof because she did witness all of this. So We could take her word for it, but I mean, I don't know. To me, and I sound fucked up, and I don't wanna sound messed up, because if she is a legitimate like victim, then I don't want to say it, but there's a lot of claims that people could make and everything, but I guess I'm gonna have to keep on watching. I'm gonna have to research a lot of hers. I know she has a lot of videos, so I need to watch more of her videos and to like really get down to the bottom of it, to really understand where she's coming from. Because now she's throwing Nelly in there. She's throwing Denzel's name in it. It's a lot of people, bro. Hold on.
And she had a threesome with Nelly and Diddy.
And
That's
the
not
mama.
alleged.
No.
Allegedly. Sorry, Ashanti. I love you, Ashanti. Congratulations on the baby. I love y'all together. It was 20 years ago. Don't get mad at 20. We talking about 20 years ago. Don't get emotional. We just telling our truth, people. Please don't get mad. It's some of y'all's favorites. It's gonna kill y'all. It's gonna devastate y'all when you hear the names involved, because we all grew up on these people. We all love these people. We'd have never thought these people would have been involved in the things that they're involved in. We're
Nelly?
just telling our truths, everybody, and it was 20 years ago. So please don't judge us or say we lying. We're being nice enough to let y'all know what's going on from an insider point of view. If you were not even there, don't tell somebody they lying when you weren't even there.
Big facts. And fans love to say, that people are capping or people are just coming up with stories. Now, hold on.
I mean, but that's not fair to the fans that are watching it, because we've been tricked before. You're acting like famous people are honest. They're not. Not all the time. So yeah, that's why we'll speculate what anyone is saying, because it's happened before. A lot of people have made a bunch of accusations to a lot of famous people and ended up being all lies. They were just looking for their 15 minutes of fame. They were looking for a bag. They were looking for this. That's all that it's happened before. So for us to speculate is the reason why we speculate, because it's happened. Sorry, but for being human.
Before we
You saying this, so why didn't, if it was 20 years ago, then why didn't you say it earlier? Why didn't you make a big stink about it until now?
That people are capping or people are just coming up with stories. Now, hold on. Before we move forward, I'm still stuck on, you said Diddy and his mom and his auntie,
No, Diddy's mom is really his auntie, has been claiming to be his mom this whole time. She's the one with the white nails. That's why he has that fetish. She's been picking him since he was adolescent, because his daddy got killed when he was a baby. As soon as he had adolescent, he resembled his dad. So she started picking him. She's the one that picked his head up initially. That's why... allegedly. I might be talking too much.
Nah, go ahead. Keep going. We loving this.
Yeah, but allegedly that's why he took Kim Porter out, because he has sex with his daughters, allegedly. The twins. The whole family has sex. The same girl I was telling you about, that the Jane Doe, the 11 and 14-year-olds, the same girl he made strap Justin Bieber down, and she had to strap him down while Diddy and two of his sons took turns, and she had to sit there and watch, and Justin Bieber was crying and begging to be let up, and when she went to unloosen him, Diddy socked her in the face in front of Justin Bieber. So we trying to get with Justin, because he would corroborate. Allegedly, Justin, get at me, Justin. We be confidential. We ain't got to tell the press, nobody. Holler at me, Justin. I'll put y'all together. She was there, you was there. I was already out of it. She told me that story, but Justin, I got you.
Damn. Also, you saying Diddy and Nelly was in bed together?
He's had a threesome with Diddy and Nelly. Yeah, it's the same Jane Doe. This Jane Doe was around from 11 years old to about 15 years old. Bore 2 kids. I'm not gonna say which one she believe are hers, that he's been raising. You know what? On a side note, where is the white girl? Where's the white girl that he adopted?
I got asked about that today earlier in the
Where
interview.
is
I think
she?
her name is Ava Combs.
Where is she? They said, the twins are staying with one of Kamara's friends, or Kim Porter, whoever. The son's been in New York and back and forth to LA. Where's the white girl that they was online bragging and proud that they saved her life and everything? Where is the white girl?
She done disappeared.
Ava. Where's
That's
Ava? I
something.
won't call her the white girl. Shout out to my white people.
Exactly.
My mom's
Ava
half
Tones.
white. I love white people. I'm white. It's white in me. Where's Ava? Everybody, can we do a campaign? Everybody, hashtag Where's Ava?
Where's Ava? We
Where
need to get
is
some
Ava?
shirts made too.
Right. Where's Ava? Mask, all that. Booty shorts. We can twerk to it. All that. You know what I'm saying? I got some.
Man.
That's
Excuse me.
to be continued.
In the
Boy,
middle of
you
it.
done gave us some jaw-dropping information so far, man. This is whoa.
Like Black Rob. Shout out to Black Rob. Whoa.
Now
Right,
tell us a
whoa.
little bit about how he ended up putting you with Jacob the Jeweler, and tell us how that Jacob the Jeweler story
Yeah,
went
so the
down. if
first
you don't
party
mind.
I did, it was above board, you know, it was I networked. Excuse me, I saw everybody. I was there front line, like, you know, I was calling back home to the Cali people, like, hey, you'll never believe this, like, for real, like, and then next party, it was like, yeah, you want to rap, you want to sing, right? You dance at the club, right? He started out like he was pointing me in the right direction. Cause everybody's been to the strip club, and every girl that's been a stripper knows you love the guys that come in, and if they're not the ones spending money, they point you to their homeboy that is. Have you ever seen a bachelor party come in and they be like, it's not me, but get him. He's the one paying for everybody. So it was kind of like he did that. Like he took the mindset that I had of being a dancer of like, while you at my parties, I'm going to point you in the right direction. You take care of them and I'm going to put you on. That's how I understood it. Coercion of the heart. And because I wanted to be on so bad, and he was actually real, Puffy. It wasn't like it was Puffy's assistant. It was like real Puffy saying it. I believed it. And I'm like, I had already been manipulated by Jake Steed and did, movies that got me nowhere. I was dancing at Larry Friend's Hustler Club only because me and Anthony Gallo had got robbed for everything. And it was go back to Cali, broke with everybody laughing, or you start dancing. That's how I ended up starting to dance. I'm dancing. We have a nice lifestyle. We got a doorman building, you know what I mean? But Diddy said, I just got to basically do the same thing I've already done that's got me nowhere and it's going to get me somewhere. Coercion of the heart. I was with it. But then as he kept adding on, so that night I was asked to wear a black dress at a white party, but I didn't think nothing of it. Like, he always supplied the uniform. That's another thing. In the Vibe magazine, let me go back to Vibe magazine real quick. I never signed a release. I wasn't paid anything. I didn't even know I was going to be in Vibe magazine. I woke up to Anthony getting a phone call from one of his model homeboys. Like, hey, your girl in Vibe magazine. Because back then, when a new story or a new campaign came out, it was on the newsstand and everybody went out to get it. It was an East Coast thing, because in Cali, we didn't do shit like that. Nobody rushed out to get the latest magazine. But in New York, they did that shit. So we had just had the night before. So we laying in the bed naked, and I wake up to him smushing my head in the pillow like, what the fuck you doing in Vibe magazine? I'm like, what? I'm in Vibe magazine. Like, what? He was like, yeah, Nelly just called. That's his homeboy Zanell. Shout out to Zanell. He went on doing a lot of stuff with Diddy, Zanell, Figueroa, I don't know. Yeah. But he was like, yeah. So I'm like, what? He's like, so we got jumped up, put our clothes on, doorman opened up the door for us. Right there was a newsstand, Diddy's on the cover on the boxing gym, you know what I mean, with gloves or whatever. We opened up, flipped through it, and there I am. That picture that you see, big as day. I had no idea. That picture was taken in 2004. They didn't run a story to 2006. I had no idea that they put in there, Diddy supplied the clothing. Then they put the caption, guest strikes a revealing pose. I wasn't a guest. Who would I be a guest of? Who knew me? You know what I mean? Did Mary J. Blige say, come on, Cherie? And then if I am a guest, the audacity of me thinking I could just come in some little ass go-go shorts and a bikini top to somebody's exclusive white party with all kind of millionaires, and I'm a guest of who? But I'm their guest, and I'm gonna just show up like that, not a nice elegant gown or nothing. I'm gonna just show up all hoochie mama. Nah,
that's a fact.
I was on his event staff, but that's how they got away with putting me in there without trying to give me no employee credit, right? And then I found out later, another reason why they put me in the Vibe magazine, And so all the guys who wanted extras would know who to look for at the parties and to laugh at me because they took advantage of me after they drugged me and I was unconscious.
Oh my God. So it was like the way it looks like Diddy came out and just tried to give her a taste of, hey, just so I could keep you in line, look what I could do. Look what I could do to you. Boy, I'm telling you, a villain. He is a villain.
Laugh at me because they took advantage of me after they drugged me and I was unconscious. The Fed said, well, allegedly, I'm not gonna say, someone said that when they did the raid, I'm on them tapes and there's multiple A-list celebrities running a train on me, including certain people that are presidential.
Presidential.
No, we're talking about Diddy. We're gonna come back to that, LB. Stay with me. We don't go any further till we get the result.
Man.
Hey, but anyway, once I found that out, I've been living my life for the last 20 years not knowing that had even happened to me. And now because they found out that I know that I'm on them tapes with them doing that to me, these are people that have smiled in my face since then. I had no idea that. But if there's a certain way the tape is going to come out and there's a certain way that it never will. You got to stay tuned.
Did that scare you? Like, were you scared when the feds advised you that, you know, there was some pretty high profile people doing some crazy things to you?
It angered me actually because, you know, I went in, you know, under the presumption that we were all working together to make the, you know, event hot. And I was doing my part as a hired entertainer to bring my West Coast vibes and to make, you know, the part. And I was always complimented. That's why I kept being invited back when there was multiple, you know, girls all around the city, all around.
If Trump name comes out, Trump needs to go too. Everybody involved. Anybody's name that's on that list or is in that video taking advantage of people that are on that were as aid and roofied and all that stuff. No, but they all need to go. They all need to go. Put J.D. Vance as president. He's the vice president. Put J.D. Vance as president. We'll be good. We still be good. Don't worry about it. Get him out of here. Put him in that little box too that we talked about the other day.
I kept being invited back when there was multiple, you know, girls all around the city, all around the tri-state. You know, you go up and down the East Coast, you can get a girl in from Boston, Connecticut, Jersey real quick. But they kept rehiring me because I made that shit hot. And I was, you know, I was genuine, naive, and I was like a fan. And they played on it. I didn't realize how pretty I was. And they took advantage. And they, you know, he likes to steal your light. He's an energy vampire. He steals your light. He takes a piece of you, and then he infuses the devil's seed in you from him and puts a little evil from him into you that you can never take out of you. It's like soul ties. I want to be hypnotized, actually. I want to be hypnotized and want y'all to tell me what I said and what I did while I was under.
Now, what you were telling me about Diddy, that kind of reminds me of that movie. I don't know if you ever seen it, Rosemary's Baby.
I never saw it. What happens in that?
Well, basically, this lady, man, this is back in the 60s. This is a really dope movie, though. But they move into this brand new apartment, and the husband's an actor. So in order for him to advance his career, he has to do demonic, satanic stuff in order to advance his career. So one of the things he sacrificed was his wife, and he allowed these demons and devils to impregnate his wife, so that way she could have the devil's baby.
And that's what's going on within the Hollywood and the music industry, and that's why, you know, people are leaving the country and everything, because that's what they do is practice in satanic and demonic activity. That's why when they're blessed with the highest status, the most money, the best cars, the best food, the best everything, they choose to spend their time on a daily basis doing evil, not doing good, not going around to the homeless shelters for single moms, the single mom shelters, and saying, I'm gonna pick 3 women who ride the bus every day, who got 3 kids or more. 3 women getting cars today. That's what I'm gonna do when I get my money. I'm gonna wake up and go to the women's shelter, and they say you have a good report, and you ride the bus every day to get to work, and you paying your kids daycare and all that. You get a car. You get a car. You get a car. Just I don't want no press. You won't even know I did it. I don't want to wake up every day doing shit like that. Fuck a
Right.
Gucci bag.
Right.
I don't need a bag to fix my teeth. My teeth already straight.
Should let them know about the teeth that we don't need the bag. Go ahead. I don't need that bag to fix my teeth. Oh, talk your shit. Talk your shit, because I agree with you 110%. That's what I would love to do. I would love to wake up in the morning and get in phone calls instead of people scamming the page and dealing with that all fucking morning. I'm on the phone. Hey, I want to donate a couple cards. Can you give me 3, 4, 5 people in there right now that are doing what they need to do to try to survive, and they're really working on trying to make it, and they're really trying to get by. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna bless them real quick. Throw some bread at them real quick. They need a car? Come on, I'll go get you a car real quick. Let's go. Let's all do it together. I would love to do that shit. I would love it. And then these motherfuckers over here, like how much more shit do you want to buy? Like, how much more room do you need? You'll just build another garage and just throw more shit inside that garage, the shit that you don't use. Just buy it just because you have the money to buy it. If the people that are, if these millionaires that are out here right now would live within their means, because necessarily, yeah, people love to live like that. I don't want a big ass mansion. Why the fuck? I barely could keep my fucking studio clean. You think how am I gonna keep a fucking mansion clean? I don't need that shit. That's just a flaunt that you have the money. That's all that you're buying that for. It's not for anything. When a regular 2-story, 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom home is enough for the people that you have. We just want these things because we want to show that we got the money. We want to show off. We're not doing it for nobody else. But yet, you're donating to other corporations that are using that money for something fucking else. Good job. Fuck all that. Fuck all the media. What's wrong with, let's say, somebody like, I don't know. I don't even know who to pick because I don't know if they went to a Diddy party or not. I don't know if they're in the list. I don't trust nobody right now. Will Smith. Why can't Will Smith one day just wake up and say, I want to change somebody's life today? And then go inside of a shelter. And then go inside your pocket and give every homeless person in that shelter $100. Just because you're just human. Let's act like humans for a minute. Just because you're human, just go in there and just give them the money. Just give them here's 100, here's 100, here's 100, here's 100. Why don't people do it like that? People talk a lot of shit about 6ix9ine, but 6ix9ine went to my country, Dominican Republic, and started giving everybody in Dominican Republic money. In the streets, just taking out money. And it wasn't Dominican money, it was American dollars. Even if you give somebody that lives in the campo, which is the little country, even if you give them $100 American dollars, that's going to feed that home for a week. That's going to feed the home for a week. So that our money is very valuable over there. And 6ix9ine went out there and just started giving money to everybody around him. So that's what I'm talking about. What I don't agree is that he recorded it. You don't have to record this. This doesn't have to be something that you have to post about or have a production team while you're doing it. You don't have to do any of that. Just do it. Just fucking do it. And then people, Ray, why did you record yours when you did that thing for the kids for school, for going back to school? Why'd you do that? Why'd you record it? Because it wasn't my money. That's why. It was donations from my fans. And I wanted to show the fans that our money's going to these kids.
Gucci bag. I don't need a bag to fix my teeth. My teeth already straight. I need a bag to fix my streets. and to save souls. That's my goal. As I look back on it and now everything is coming out, you know, I would almost say Jacob might be a victim himself, because, you know, he already did that time back then for helping laundering that money. That's not allegedly. He did time. So now he's back in a twist that involves, you know, Diddy and his association, and his wife was there that night. And maybe Diddy set it all up and lined it all up so he can get footage on him to blackmail him, you know, use me, have me thinking I'm gonna come out, you know what I mean? And maybe like Jacob is you know, it did go down. My dress was flipped up. They had me wear a black dress that night when everybody else was wearing white. They put Tamiko in the pink dress. She was the one passing all the money and doing all the back and forth, almost like a handler or a wrangler. And I got an extra 1,000 that night when I did the extras. That's when I thought, okay, if I just do the extras, like, eventually it's going to be an end to the rainbow and I'm going to be on.
So was it just 1,000 the whole night, or was it like 1,000 per person, or how did that work?
Yeah, I only got
And that's how he keeps it going. Just giving them that hope that you only have to do this type of shit for a little while longer. Because eventually it's going to get to a point you're getting closer. Like she was saying, you're getting closer. Don't worry about it. You just keep on doing what you've been doing. You're doing great. A lot of people are looking at you. A lot of people, you know, a lot of people heard your song that we recorded. A lot of people heard. They're really looking into it, and they're going to want to work with you soon. Just keep on doing what you're doing, and you're going to keep on telling that to that person. You're going to keep on giving them hope. And then the person's mind is, I want to make it so bad. Fuck, I only got to do this for a little while longer. After this, I'm done, and I'll never do this stuff again. I'll never even be close to a fucking party again. I just want to make it. I just want to make it, and that hope of making it so strong that the facts that are in front of you become blurry, and you can't see it no more. Because I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna make it. And then you got the evil bastard telling you, "Yeah, you're gonna make it. Yeah, you're gonna make it." There's no negativity there. You just gotta do this a little while longer. That's it. That's crazy. That's crazy to have that much power over somebody. And there's no such thing as, I just don't want to do this no more. I'm just gonna leave. There's no such thing as that. Once you sign that contract, God knows what the hell that contract said. God knows. She's probably gonna be felled by a lawsuit right now, because if she signed an NDA and she's talking about what happened to them back in the day, she signed an NDA. That NDA is strong. I don't know if it had a time frame on it, but it's strong. To where you're talking about it, he hasn't died, and it hasn't been 20 years. So, well, it hasn't been 20 years since he died, after he died. So, her talking about it is taking a big chance. It's taking a very big fucking chance. But I don't know. I don't know how to feel about this one. Like Ali yesterday was, I felt like secure, like for real. She's a victim. You could see it in her eye. I don't know. And not everybody's the same, and I get that. Everybody's story is different, but that's a lot. What she's been saying is a lot of information. Like, what the fuck? Like, holy crap.
It's just 1,000 the whole night, or was it like 1,000 per person, or how did that work?
Yeah, I only got 500 to do the go-go dancing. So when it was above board, the first part, I just made $500 plus the experience, networking, all that. When I did the extras, I got my 500 plus 1,000. But next party, it was, 3 niggas. And the next party was 7 niggas, and I still was only getting my 500, allegedly. You know what I'm saying?
So no extras, no extra 1,000 and any of that. It was just 500.
He was getting the extras, allegedly. They was shooting him the $100,000 chain. They were shooting him the keys to the yacht. They were shooting him the penthouse. They were shooting him the awards, while I was sucking in the fucking allegedly.
Now, what was your boyfriend's reaction? Because was he at some of those events, or were you just there?
He went to a couple, but he wasn't privy, because I didn't tell him. I didn't want him to know I was doing that shit. But if he did know, Diddy and them had told him, and he would just, maybe he had a side deal, but he knew I was in the game. He knew I was a dancer. He knew I was networking. He knew if the money's there, go get it. But he wasn't like pimping me or anything or saying, go get it, He was my boyfriend.
Now, with all this information that you're putting out, many people are wondering why would you come out with this information now
Right.
versus
Well, when I moved
previously?
back after they jumped me in Harlem in December 2009, I had to move back abruptly to California. After Anthony Gallo was cheating on me with Rihanna and Megan Good and all his model bitches. After Diddy and all them had me jumped in Harlem. After I left Anthony and got my own spot in Harlem, they had me jump through my same Jane Doe I was telling you about. That actual Mark Diddy's attorney signed us out because she was in the mental hospital at the same time. And I heard, now that we're back like Voltron connecting, I'm finding out that Diddy's attorney Mark doped her up a gang of times because they took her off the country a gang of times allegedly, but she about to pop out with her name in her lawsuit.
Oh,
So
shit.
as far as your legal proceedings, where are you at now with your
Oh,
lawsuit and
right
things like
now,
that?
I'm in consultations with new uh, legal, legal. I have until December 11th to assign a new attorney to my case. I'm taking my time. I'm in consultations with very big, high profile attorneys. I'm working on the settlement so I can pop out with my new attorneys who help me settle. Because I already know as soon as the criminal starts in May of 2025, all civil cases are going to go on stay anyway. So I'm working on settling mine because I already know I'm going to be called into the criminal. So that's where I'm at with it. Everybody thinks that I'm in some type of disarray because I haven't popped out, or it's been said that my people withdrew, and that a withdrawal was because of a fire. I don't want to talk. I don't want to give it too much attention, but somebody was being fired, and that's why they publicly withdrew to try to hurry up and save face and look like they left because they were running around doing press and at missions that I had not made or authorized, and I'm the client. I can have as many or as little attorneys as I want, and if I feel like I'm being ignored or not paid attention to and I want to hire additional representation, that's my prerogative. That is not for
Okay.
somebody to control me and tell me I can't and run around doing press that they're not even letting me do. We're not even doing press together. So, yeah, just let that go. And now I got my own legal strategy. And worst case scenario, I go in there and represent my damn self
Right.
because the press alone will be great. I don't care if I win or lose because I've been rich. My daddy just died, LAPD. I got an inheritance.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Imagine me in court. Imagine me in federal court representing myself, LB. I'll just have you there. LB, I need you to cover it, LB. Have some shits and giggles on
I
the
got you.
gang. Mustard on that beat,
I
huh?
got you. I
Well,
got
relax.
you. Yeah.
Hey, tell DJ Mustard to call me because I want them to bring me out February 2025 in New Orleans on stage when Kendrick's performing West Coast We Up. Just let me say, mustard on that beat, huh?
I don't know if this is a rumor or if this is something that was just on the internet.
She's all
Were
over the
you were
place.
married to Albie Shore's son or no?
No, Quincy. We're flirting right now. We met and we're fancying each other. And what better way to get at his daddy who killed his mother allegedly than to date the woman that's about to take all his money? And I can
How you gonna have a relationship with Quincy?
Allegedly. She likes that word. She likes using the word allegedly. Jesus Christ. She just gives information out of just like a sneeze. Like you were not expecting a person to sneeze. No one expects to sneeze. Except when you go, that's expecting it. And then when it goes away, you want to slap the shit out somebody. I hate that shit. But but unexpectedly, she just comes out, yeah, killed his mama. What? That's why it's just the information is being thrown out like it's a normal conversation. There's no feeling behind it. It's just being said. That's why. But I mean, she's got attorney. She's doing her own thing. If it was bullshit, I don't think it's bullshit. I think it's exaggerated for camera. That's what I think with her, because it's too. I don't know. But I think she does have a case, and I think she did go through some shit with Diddy, and she's looking for her restitution and trying to see if she could put her life back together after what she had to deal with fucking Diddy. I'm pretty absolutely positive that she's seen some shit and had to do some stuff with this whole Diddy case, and but it's just the way the information is being given is crazy. It's just one after the another. It's like mind-boggling. But I really hope that she goes forward with it. I hope she gets real good fucking lawyers to back her up, and I hope that she gets what's owed to her. And I hope she seems very strong-willed and strong-minded. So I'm pretty sure she does deal with what she had to go through, but she deals with it in a different way. It's just not going to let her controllers, not going to let her not live her life. So I guess that's what her personality. That's just how she is, which is a good thing. It is good to be strong-minded like that, because when shit like that happens to you, you'll be able to get over it and just keep on moving forward and understand that your life doesn't stop because some asshole had a power trip and had control over you. That doesn't mean that that's your life anymore. You can move on and do better and bigger things. So that's why I got out of her, and I really do. This information, his mama, dog. All the kid. This guy needs to fry, bro. They need to get him out of here, bro.
Better way to get out his daddy who killed his mother, allegedly, than to date the woman that's about to take all his money.
How you gonna have a relationship with Quincy? You know Quincy loves Mr. Combs, man. How that's gonna work?
He trapped in the middle, and he been doped up his whole life. Imagine if you've been getting dope out the bottle. Allegedly.
All right, thank you so much, man, for coming on the Lionel B Show, man. You gave us so much information.
Man,
yeah, okay. That's crazy. That's nuts. That was a lot. What do you guys think? How do you guys feel about her? I'm pretty sure you guys know more about her than I do. I don't know nothing about her. But I don't know. I my gut is to say she is telling the truth. She is saying somewhat of what happened. I think she's exaggerating some of it just for this, because she seems like a person that really wants to be seen. But I do believe that she did go through some shit with Diddy. I absolutely believe that she's just a strong-willed person, and she's not gonna let no man, and she's not gonna let what happened to her define her. She's just gonna be her. She's not gonna let nobody change it, and I love that about anybody. That's strength right there. So go get your bag. Go do what you got to do. And I hope you get a good lawyers to get this guy even more the fuck out of here. I really, I wholeheartedly hope so. If you guys got another clip you guys want me to watch, please let me know down below. Put the link down below, and I got you guys. 1 hour, 17 minutes. These are good. That's why watch this when you at home, man. Or if you have a long drive home. Just watch this. I love you guys. I'm going to talk to you guys in a minute. I got more coming. Peace.